How to Make Gluten-Free Vegan Pancakes by Emma Eastburn. I've probably made these like 100 times and I've been vegan for like 5 years now. So like you can trust me with this recipe, it's pretty good. I found it a really long time ago, but I've been using it for years and it's never failed me. So without further ado, here we go. This is the recipe, but I'm gonna be doubling it, so here's what you'll need. 1 pan, 2 cups of gluten-free rolled oats, 2 bananas, 1.5 cups of water, a teaspoon of baking powder, a dash of cinnamon, a dash of vanilla, and then to top it off I use blueberries and also some maple syrup and vegan butter. So to start off, I'm going to be pouring 2 cups of oatmeal into the food processor, but you can also use a blender. Here's the second cup, and I didn't quite get enough, but it's okay, it still makes a lot. And now I'm peeling the 2 bananas, and after that I'm going to be placing them into the food processor. But before I do that, I like to break them up a little bit so that it doesn't get so clogged. Also, I'm like really sorry, my nails are a kind of a mess, so please just ignore them. Now I'm just going to be breaking them up into smaller pieces and putting them on top of the oatmeal. Now I'm just pouring the water on top. I'm just measuring out the full teaspoon of baking powder, and then I'm just putting it on top of everything else. Now I'm just going to add cinnamon, but I don't measure it because I personally really like a lot. And then I'm going to be adding a little bit of vanilla, but I started panicking because the baking powder was fizzling, so I kind of just threw it in. Next, I just make sure the lid is sealed so I can start pulsing. And then after I do that for a second, I can turn it on to blend the mixture. I hate when there's little pieces of oats left over, so I always scrape that back into the bowl and then I mix it one more time. In the meantime, I like to get some olive oil and pour it in the pan. This way, when the pancakes are done being mixed, the pan is all ready for them. Then I spread it around to make sure the olive oil touches all the edges of the pan. After that, I turn on the burner so the pan can start heating up. Now I'm just unscrewing the lid because the batter is done and I'm going to pour it into a bowl. Now I'm just taking a half cup and scooping the pancake batter into the hot pan. The pan is really big, so I'm able to fit 4, but I poured kind of badly, so don't mind that. Then I put blueberries in them because personally I think that's really good, but you can also put like chocolate chips or like some other type of fruit, but this is just what I do. Then just like with regular pancakes, you know they're ready to be flipped when they start bubbling, but since there's no eggs, they're not going to bubble as much as normal pancakes would, so you kind of just gotta assume. And then you can check it like this and then flip it, and that's honestly about how dark they get, just because there's really no substance to them other than oatmeal and banana, so they actually are cooked when they're golden. Then it's just a matter of flipping them, and once I flip them, I tap them so that the batter hits the pan, not just the blueberries. Then you'll know that they're ready to be flipped or taken off the pan when they start sizzling like the next clip. Now that we've heard them sizzle, we know that they're ready to be either flipped or taken off the pan. So I'm going to tap them one more time to make sure that they're totally touching the pan, and then I'm gonna flip it. And then I decided to just give them a couple more seconds on the other side, but there's nothing raw in them, so you can eat them whenever. After a couple other seconds on the other side, I decided they were done, and I started taking them off the pan and putting them onto a cool plate. Of course, there are only 4 here, but the batch makes way more, and you'll see that at the end. Now I'm just taking my pancakes over to the table to put some butter and syrup on them. This is the butter I use, and it's like not actually butter, it's totally dairy free and also soy free, but it tastes like butter to me, so... And then I'm just topping it off with some natural maple syrup. There's pretty much no other way I eat pancakes, but you could also put peanut butter on top if that's something you'd like to do. Then this is the final product, so I just cut it up to make it easier to eat, but this is what the recipe makes. Thank you for watching, and then this is how many it makes total, plus the ones I ate. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, but otherwise, that concludes my presentation.